Hey, hello, welcome to Ask Greg number 3. Very exciting. We're recording this with a microphone this time, so hopefully you'll actually be able to hear it. I've been on the road like crazy. New York, Boston. We were in Reno last week doing a couple of test shows for the possibility of actually doing a nationally syndicated 5-night-a-week radio show that would be Amira and I, where we would not only take your questions, but just talk about rock and all the other cool things, life, marriage, pencils, ice cream, whatever stuff. It'll be great. You'll find out more about that in the coming weeks as we find out, and that could be very exciting. We would actually do it from our home, which would be fun, much like we do the Ask Greg, which will also be. We're going to be producing a little bit more. We're going to be adding music and live guests and bears. We'll have bears that'll come in with their questions. And of course I'm talking about gay bearded men that like to fist each other's armpits. Little warning for those of you that haven't been to Ask Greg before, but there will be language that I use. I will say words like fuck and oh holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'll say things like that possibly during the reading of the letters. We are behind. We missed a week. This is a catch-up Monday one. Keep sending in your emails and let me know how many times you sent your email in, and I'll hopefully be able to read it. We've been getting hundreds of them, so let's start now with a brand new one. This one is from Michelle, and she writes in, "Is this really you, Greg?" And it is. It's a short question. I'm a huge fan. Well, that's nice. My husband of 18 years, seemingly we had a good relationship. We laughed, we joked, we had a good sex life, and we just got back from a vacation, got along great. He's a party animal, she says. Me, not so much. But I let him go out all the time with no questions asked, no jealousy. I came home after work 6 months ago, and a note on the counter said we went our separate ways, and he left me, which sounds like he went a separate way, and you stayed where you are. What's up? I stuck around when he went to jail years ago for drugs, and I feel like a fool. My self-esteem is shot. Any advice? Well, my advice to you is let us not pick drug addicts. And when people go to jail, they have problems, and if those problems don't seem to be getting better when they come back, then he did you the favor by moving on. Generally, when people walk out of our lives, we feel like it's our fault, but it isn't. It's his fault. You're awesome. And you've just got to raise your standards and pick a better person this time, and pick somebody who really honors you the way you are. Blah 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 blah. And Super Fox, etc., etc. Michelle, you know you're decent, so fire up and get somebody good. Jesse says, Greg, I can't. Oh, I've got this question a lot. Where can I find your ringtones? My ringtones and my wingtones. My ringtones were on Warner Brothers Records, and they had a page, and you would click the page, and they would download. And now it doesn't exist at all. I am redoing the website. GregMarant.com is going to be coming up refreshed and all new for you in a month or so. And then I'm going to add ringtones then. I'm sorry that you've had that problem because our book says go and download them. They weren't very good. They weren't produced very well. They will be better. We'll be making new ringtones, so stay tuned for that. Exciting stuff. Audrey writes in, I told my husband I thought it was best to separate about 2 months ago. And I was very unhappy and always felt bad about myself. He agreed to the separation. Now I've moved on, and I thought I'd feel liberated and good, but I don't. All I do is cry and feel sick to my stomach. Why can't I stop crying when I know this is the best? I'm reading your book. But does it apply to me? What do I do? I'm so sad when I was the one who wanted this. I think anytime we separate from somebody and we change what is our normal life, we're lonely. And you've got to find things to fill that space. And that would be, getting into your life and moving forward and finding somebody new. But more important than that, finding, because something else is missing. Because when we take a person out of our life, if we're not happy, it generally means we weren't happy to begin with, and we were using that person. And that person that you got rid of didn't make you feel good anyway, so see ya. All right, Audrey, you're kicking ass. You're doing the right thing. You're just in transition, and transitions feel shitty. Boom. I'm going to clean that up later. Jennifer writes in, I have a question. I just read your breakup book. I have a suggestion. I've been walking around telling myself, Greg says I'm a super fox, and I was wondering why you don't have buttons or screensavers, downloads, or pins that say Super Fox on them. Well, that's a heck of an idea, Jennifer. Maybe I'll make some pins, and I'll take them on the road with me, and you can come pick one up when you come see me do stand-up, because that's what's fun. I'm drinking it. Caffeine-free soda. Okay. Good idea. Pins and screensavers. I'll be making pins and screensavers that say Super Fox. I like that. Carolyn writes in, Greg, I purchased your book, He's Just Not That Into You, and I found that I was just not that into your book. It's not of any help to me, and I want my money back. Please respond, Carolyn. Carolyn, I can't give you your money back, but perhaps you could take it back to the store that you purchased it and tell them you were unsatisfied with the book. And again, sorry that it didn't work out for you. It doesn't bother me when people don't like the book. You don't have to. It's merely my opinion. So find a book that works for you, and I hope you have an excellent day. And I'm sorry about your purchase. But not really. Sad and Confused writes, my boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years, and he has only, ooh, this is a spicy alert. He's only eaten me out twice. He's just not that into me. He says he doesn't like it doesn't smell good, but I've never had any complaints before. I take care of myself very well, so is he into me? Is it me or is it him? Wow. I really don't know on this one. I gotta tell you. It might be that he just doesn't want to do that particular thing, and he's using that as an excuse. If he was a caring and sensitive person, he'd want to help you figure it out, because he would want to go down there, because that's what men like to do, because it's awesome. So if you guys can't work it out together, perhaps this is a stumbling block for you, and you should move on. How about that? Handled that question pretty good, Greg. Did I? Yes, you did it with tact, and it wasn't naughty. Is it okay to smile? Oh, this is from LV, and she writes in, is it okay to smile or glance at a man or first talk to him if he's glanced at you? I'm a very attractive 29-year-old girl, but men almost never talk to me. My friends say it's because I'm intimidating, but I'm not sure. I've been a rules purist for years. The rules, I suppose, the book, which states that you should never look at a man or talk to him first. But is it okay to look, I don't buy the rules. Now, in our book, we suggested that men are better when they are in pursuit, and that if a guy likes you, he will ask you out, because most men, at least the men of my generation, were raised to do so. However, we are not against flirting, talking to, or even suggesting that it might be a nice idea for the person to ask you out. Just be yourself, and make your own rules, by the way. These books, the rules, our book, He's Just Not That Into You, Mars, Venus, they're just books. They're just other people's opinions. They're other people's ideas. Nobody knows how to live your life except for you. You make your decisions, make your own rules, and figure it out for yourself. Do not be a rules purist. Do not be a He's Just Not That Into You purist. Take what you need and leave the rest. Holy cow. Remember that. They're just books written by people, and people are made out of people, and you're a people too, so people it up, person. Rock the house. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit tired, guys. I hope these answers are satisfying and that this is interesting. So we roll along here. Oh my gosh, this one's getting long. We got to get out of here in 2 minutes. Deepthi, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, has written in and said, I've not been in a good relationship ever in my adult life. I recently turned 30 and went into a relationship with a man who is married. Well, that's not a good relationship either. I love it when he messages me, says he loves me, but there are times when there are no messages and it kills me. I feel all the things that I felt in the past. Somewhere I feel I'm being used. Really? And allowing myself to be used. Really? But I don't know how to stop, and I'm afraid since I have no one else to help me deal with the pain. Well, you need to be in therapy. You need to deal with the pain there, and you need to not date people who are married because they're married to other people, and that means that you are allowing yourself to have something that is really shitty. It's shitty to be with somebody who's married. You deserve somebody who's not married. And this person is using you, by the way, and you are too much of a as the pin will someday say, a super fox. So move on and forget the fucking cheating husband guy. That's a shitty guy, by the way. The guy that cheats. That's a shit guy that cheats on his wife with you. So that's what you picked. Jennifer writes in. Oh, Jennifer, who would win in a fight, a pirate or a ninja? Hands down, probably the ninja. But I'd root for the pirate, because the ninja is not drunk, and he has all of his limbs, and is not tending to a parrot. But you root for the pirate because mostly for the outfits. and I'm gonna say go pirate every time. But if I was a betting man, the Ninja's gonna tear the pirate apart, and you know that. But I love pirates, and I love you, Jennifer, because you're delicious and you write good questions, and you know that. Deanna writes in, Greg, about 2 years ago, Deanna, I'm going to do this one on Friday. It's too long, but it's good. Deanna Lipinski. Yeah, these two are too long. We got to get out of here. I'm Greg Behrendt. This is Ask Greg. Join us again on Friday for more questions answered. Please keep sending them in. Keep sending your question in over and over if you want to. I will get to it eventually because that's the kind of guy I am, unless it's... not a great question. All right. Bye-bye.